else like that.
To each his own. But I would feel like I failed as a father.
I think most
if I'm sitting across from the table with a dude the same age as me, that's
pretty happy.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
Shocking! For some reason. You know, Steve Harvey's 22-year-old stepdaughter in New York looking super happy. And there's Diddy looking, nervous.
So this is fueling the dating rumors that have been going on.
Okay, so the Diddy probe has brought up a lot of skeletons to the surface, and some of them are pretty shocking. Listen, you all know that some time ago there were rumors that Diddy was involved with Lori Harvey, right? Well, the feds have seemingly discovered that it was actually a cover to hide the Harvey couple's freak-off relationship with Diddy. The rumors about feds recovering footage clips from Combs' mansion has made many people nervous, and Steve is allegedly one of them. Let's jump right into this tea, because it's too hot to be missed. Diddy and Lori Harvey. So get this. All right, previously people started to freak out after the rumors started making the rounds of Diddy being romantically involved with Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. You see, Diddy and Lori were spotted enjoying a late-night stroll in matching outfits in the Big Apple's Soho neighborhood. Not only that, earlier that day, Diddy was spotted at the Revolt Summit kickoff event at the King's Theater. As for Lori, she was hanging out with Magic Johnson's daughter, Elisa Johnson, at Nobu. You might be thinking, they just might be friends, right? Well, just a few days before Lori posted a picture on her Instagram with a diamond ring on that finger as well, the model was spotted with her arm around the rapper while out to lunch with her stepdad and mom, Marjorie Harvey, in early August. In the pictures that went viral, Lori is clearly seen being handsy with Diddy, so it's quite possible that they were in some kind of relationship. Nick Cannon, the comedian, felt rather upset at the situation unfolding before his eyes. During an interview with Vlad TV, Nick explained that he could never imagine his own daughter in such a situation.
And everything else like that.
To each his own. But I would feel like I failed as a father.
I think most
if I'm sitting across from the table with a dude the same age as me, that's dating.
Okay. So fans were scratching their heads thinking about the time Steve Harvey claimed that he judged his daughter's boyfriends very strictly. For those who don't know, he said, "If I spot a bad one, I get rid of them. I make no bones about it. So they're very careful when they bring them. You can think a person is wonderful, but everybody's wonderful in the beginning. Everybody. You always meet the mask. The mask can last for about 90 days. And then, after a while, the mask starts unraveling. And I just try to wait on that period. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't." Now, although this little speech appears to be very sincere on the surface, there lies a bitter truth that will leave your jaw on the floor. But you should know that Diddy's Playboy antics have never been hidden, not to mention he is known for his wild parties, and we all know what kind of freaky things happen in the back rooms during those events. Jaguar Wright, who's been spilling tea about Diddy, has spelled it out for us. During an interview with real-life street stars, she said,
"Why do you think T.D. Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?"
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or That's all that happens at Diddy parties. I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap-on is... that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it, praise the Lord, you know.
Amen.
Not to mention the uncomfortable video Diddy posted back in 2020, where he claimed that he had adopted a white child named Ava Bargoni, but fans could see that the child was anything but happy. And to say that their conversation is a whole red flag is an understatement. You see, Combs claimed in a TikTok video that he had adopted a white child whose parents are still alive, and then he urged the child to tell her side of the story. Let's not forget that Diddy used to live with Usher for almost a year, and Usher revealed that he saw things that were not suitable for a teenager to watch. During a 2016 interview on The Howard Stern Show, Usher spoke about living with Combs. However, Usher revealed that he was about 14 or 15 when he lived with Combs, but he quickly shut down Stearns' claim that Combs' house was filled with Group S activities. He said, "I got the chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle, and I saw it. I don't know if I can indulge and understand what I was even looking at. I had curiosity of my own. I just didn't understand it. It was pretty wild. It was crazy. I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it. Now, the weird thing about this arrangement is that Usher was under Diddy's guardianship, so no one could question the activities Diddy included Usher in. So it pretty much confirms the notion that Diddy involved Usher in some kind of freaky stuff. Later on, Diddy's rep confirmed that Lori did have a fling, but it was nothing serious. Him and Lori had a fun fling, but Diddy is still healing and focusing on himself right now. He's not ready to be in a long-term committed relationship and is focusing on his kids right now. In addition to that, Gene Deal also entered the conversation claiming that Diddy was actually a Fed informant. Though this is far-fetched to be true, fans have alleged that Diddy is facing a grand purge as he has allegedly exhausted his use.
That's a confidential informant. They'll let you do crimes, long as you don't do no murders and stuff like that. They'll let you go around and pay you. When I was
Diddy and Steve Harvey. Now, since Steve is a veteran in the entertainment business, there is no way that Steve is not aware of Diddy's questionable antics. So it makes fans wonder about Steve Harvey's legitimacy about being a Family Feud guru. Listen, we all know that Diddy's homes were raided by Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, in connection with a federal ST case. After the raid, the authorities released a statement saying, "Earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with the assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available." Homeland Security expert Hal Kempfer claimed that there have been allegations that he had been giving substances to young women, and the agency is likely looking into the alleged crimes committed in multiple states. Okay, so the reports claim that the authorities have collected a boatload of evidence, including all types of servers and electronic devices. Experts reveal that the agency is looking for videographic evidence so that they can prove Combs guilty without much effort. And if we look at Rodney Jones's claims, Diddy allegedly had his whole house wired, even bathrooms, and if the footage leaked, many big names might be in great trouble. In his lawsuit, the record producer has alleged that Combs' affiliation to the Duke of Sussex and other international dignitaries, musicians, sports figures, and politicians gave him and his associates legitimacy. The complaint stated, affiliation with and/or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' ST parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities, such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. Even Gene Deal, who used to be Diddy's ex-security detail, claimed that the big names were going to be shaken if the tapes got out.
I don't think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there.
A fan claimed that the list of celebs that attended the Diddy parties has been out, but the higher-ups have been keeping that information away from the general public. And guess what? Steve Harvey is present on that list. Sources close to the couple allege that Lori was actually presented as a gift to Diddy to have fun with by Steve himself. And rumor has it that Steve has got his success thanks to the services he and Marjorie provided Diddy behind closed doors. And Storm Monroe also revealed that Diddy planned his parties to allegedly knock out celebs and upcoming artists with substances and then have his way with them by using their backside while filming the whole scene. And the next day, when they allegedly woke up, Diddy would make them sign unfair deals that would only benefit him. Jaguar Wright also claimed that this might be the way the higher-ups are able to get men to wear dresses as well. So y'all, this whole mess is interconnected. Anyway, the word has it that Diddy and Harvey used to have frequent sessions with Marjorie in the secret rooms. And now, with this sensitive secret on the line, Steve Harvey has been allegedly trying to put a hit on Diddy's head. And Suge Knight, who has been Diddy's rival for years, sent a message from jail claiming that Diddy's life was in great danger. He said, "I'll tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys are participating in? They're going to get you if they can. Sometimes you got to face the music. That's most of the time." Suge has invited Puffy in prison with open arms and suggested ways to embarrass himself by wetting himself. You see, it is common knowledge that outside laws of interaction do not work behind the bars, and they have their own hierarchical system. And Suge has also alluded that Diddy might be doing himself a favor by wedding himself in front of his seniors. Another aspect about Diddy recording that no one is talking about is that if the feds have got all the recordings from his Los Angeles home, then Diddy might be cooked, both criminally and civilly. You see, in California, you need consent to record someone. Without their consent, he will catch a criminal case and can be sued substantially in civil court. Unlike New York and New Jersey, California is a two-party consent state. This makes it illegal to record a private conversation unless all parties consent to the recording. A violation of the two-party consent provisions of the California Penal Code is a criminal misdemeanor and may also give rise to a civil lawsuit. Anyway, Lori also indirectly revealed that she did not have a relationship with Diddy. She claimed that since she is quiet, people dismiss her silence as agreement. She debunked the rumors but didn't comment on Harvey's relationship. She said, "It's so funny because I'm so quiet. There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've seen stories about me being fully in love with somebody, and we have this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before." Fans believe that Lori is talking about Diddy in that statement, and although she debunked the rumors related to her, she didn't comment on Harvey's rumors. They claim that since Steve is her stepdad, she should defend him. Another thing that didn't get past the eagle-eyed fans is that Lori allegedly claimed she had never met Diddy, but there is photographic evidence to prove it. It may be because Lori might be covering after her stepdad's alleged affair. Diddy's legal troubles. Apart from that, Diddy has been in trouble ever since Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against him. The complaint claimed that Diddy was a vicious, cruel, and controlling man who asserted complete control over Ventura's personal and professional life. It also detailed mistreatment he allegedly inflicted on her after meeting her in 2005, when the singer was 19 years old, and signing her to his label. Cassie claimed that she was coming out of the woods so that justice is served to her and other victims. She said, "After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and mistreatment in their relationships." With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life. But within 48 hours, Diddy and Cassie came to a settlement for an undisclosed amount, where Cassie asserted that she wanted to solve the case in an amicable manner. Combs' attorney also claimed that Diddy just wanted the best for Cassie, and settlement was not a way of admitting any wrongdoing. However, Jaguar Wright had a slightly different take on the situation. She revealed that Diddy already knew that Cassie was going to file a lawsuit against him, but had no idea that she had so much information regarding his alleged crimes. Jaguar said,
"All the time he putting a groom in her? Of course he thought it was still gonna work."
Combs was accused of SA by another woman who alleged in a lawsuit that the music mogul and the R&B singer Aaron Hall attacked her and her friend at Hall's apartment in 1990 or 1991. The alleged attack happened following an event at the offices of MCA Records. The woman, identified in the complaint as Liza Gardner, said she and a friend met Combs and Hall, who was a member of the R&B group Guy, at the record label's offices for an event MCA was hosting. The suit alleged that Combs and Hall were very flirtatious and handsy with Liza Gardner and her friend, and offered them drinks throughout the event. Towards the end of the night, Combs and Hall invited Gardner and her friend back to Hall's apartment for an after party. While at Hall's apartment, Liza Gardner was offered more drinks and was coerced into having intimacy with Combs. After Combs finished doing his business, Liza Gardner laid in bed, shocked and traumatized. When Liza allegedly tried to put her clothes on, Hall apparently barged in and had his way with her as well. According to the complaint, Combs went to the home where Gardner and her friend were staying, got really angry, and allegedly attacked and choked Gardner until she passed out. It alleged that Combs was allegedly looking for the friend because he feared she would tell the girl he was with at the time. However, a spokesperson for Combs denied the allegations, saying the claims were not credible and they are purely a money grab. This last-minute lawsuit is an example of how a well-intentioned law can be turned on its head. Miss Dickerson's 32-year-old history is made up and not credible. Mr. Combs never attacked her, and she implicates companies that did not exist. This is purely a money grab and nothing more. The latest lawsuit in Diddy's disgrace list was originally filed against Christian Combs, but Diddy is also listed as a defendant. The suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court claimed that Sean Combs created the circumstances that led to the attack and paid to cover it up afterward. The lawsuits accused the producer and music mogul of misconduct. Grace Omar Kai, who worked as a crew member and a bartender on the boat, claimed that in late December 2022, Christian Combs pressured her to drink tequila that she believes was spiked with another substance. According to the plaintiff, he touched her and attempted to force her to perform certain acts.
The girl just trying to do a job, and it's like she really can't say no. It's like she really can't say no. It's ridiculous. According to all right, she made him sit beside her. Then it goes on to say, plaintiff resisted and remained polite, asking to leave.
She claimed that Sean Combs, who chartered the yacht throughout the holidays in 2022, had full control of the staff and premises and created circumstances where her attack was not only tolerated, but encouraged. Omar Kai, who was 25 at the time, revealed that when Christian Combs came aboard late one night, he appeared heavily intoxicated and began giving her inappropriate attention. She explained that the two of them were in a music studio on board the ship, where producer Rodney Jones was told to be available around the clock for Sean Combs to work on his next album. Fortunately, microphones in the studio where Jones was told to capture everything recorded their exchange, and the lawsuit includes a transcript where Omar Kai demands that Christian Combs stop touching her. Now, unlike past instances, this is not just a passing hurdle for him, as this time around, there is a very real chance of Diddy being indicted. Law experts claim that the feds never raid a house until they believe they have a solid case against the defendant. Not only that, the experts believe that now that Diddy is under clear threat, he would do anything in his power to drag the trail further.
Diddy has essentially unlimited funds to defend this case, and I expect him to litigate it very aggressively. Ultimately, I think Diddy is going to be indicted by a grand jury. If Diddy waives his right to a speedy trial, he could potentially push the case out a year or more.
Some fans suspect that Diddy had all the big names on their knees for him. Yikes, so Diddy had every successful black dude in Tinseltown too? Not just the music industry? Things ain't always what they seem in Hollywood. You know we all suspected this for years already. All of it. Others believe that Lori did date Justin and Diddy at some point. Lori went from the son to the father. I wonder if she was a part of the FOs. I really believe that Lori is a pawn, used as a part of Steve's rise in the industry. I feel like she is a part of some package deal. And I wonder why Steve seems to get most of the TV jobs out there. Despite what anyone says, it is a fact that success in Hollywood comes at a price, and it's certainly not a cheap one. That's all for today. Be sure to like and subscribe for more exciting videos just like this.